Hello, thank you for downloading this webinar. PARCC released Next Generation Assessment results in October and November of this school year. Results were recently sent to schools and also uploaded to SLED so that educators, school administrators, and LEA administrators would have access to student-level results. This particular webinar is for school administrators. During the webinar, I'll define PARCC and NCSC assessments, SLED Next Generation Assessment views. I'll discuss assessment score views by user type, do a demonstration of SLED, and then end with support and tips and tools and resources for you. What is PARCC? PARCC stands for the Partnership for Assessment of Readiness for College and Careers. This statewide assessment replaces the DC CAS assessment and provides a new baseline for performance of students in the District of Columbia. DC students and students in 11 other states took PARCC in the 2014-2015 school year. English language arts, literacy, and mathematics assessments were required in grades 3 through 8. Also during the 2014-2015 school year, English 2 and Geometry Integrated Math 2 assessments were required in high school. There are 5 performance levels on the PARCC assessment. Levels 1 through level 3 mean that a student either did not yet meet expectations, they partially met expectations, or they approached expectations. Levels 4 and 5 are where a student either met expectations or exceeded expectations, and both levels are considered to be, the student is considered to be on track for college and career readiness. What is NCSC? NCSC is the National Center and State Collaborative Assessment aligned to the Common Core state standards. NCSC's long-term goal is to ensure that students with significant cognitive disabilities achieve increasingly higher academic outcomes and leave high school ready for post-secondary options. PARCC and NCSC results are available, and performance levels for current and previous year students would be viewable by mathematics assessments and English language arts assessments. PARCC and NCSC results are also available in PDF form to view or download in SLED. LEA administrators will be able to view all school PARCC and NCSC results under their LEA. School administrators will be able to view all PARCC and NCSC results for students in a school. And school educators will be able to view all PARCC and NCSC results for students they teach or have taught, depending on data submitted by the LEA. Now I'll show you how to navigate SLED to find the PARCC and NCSC reports. I'll show you for current students how you can drill down to receive additional information. And then we'll do an exercise where I'll show you how to export student level data into Excel to do further analysis. So now I'm on the SLED main page. I'm going to log in as a school administrator. So just bear with me as I enter in this username. Upon login, SLED prompts me to read and attest and agree to the SLED User Access Agreement, which asks all LEAs and all users to say that you're using the data that PARCC is providing to you to carry out your duties as an administrator or school official. You agree to protect any data that you access from further disclosure to any other person or entity outside of your LEA, unless such person or entity is legally entitled to access the data. We also have a statement, my educational data commitment statement, where we ask you to read and then agree and affirm that you agree to the statement here. So I'm going to click agree, and then I'm going to click on OK. Once I do that, the system opens up where I can see my current roster of students. For the purposes of reviewing assessment information, I'm going to go to Programs and then navigate to Next Generation Assessments roster. So I'm going to click on that. And this brings me to my school Next Generation Assessments roster. So for my school, I am able to see all students in my school, where students who took the spring 2015 test administration. There's individual student score report links in this table. To view these links, I can click on the view button here, and that will bring up a PDF of the PARCC or NCSEC results report. I'm also able to drill down for specific students who are currently enrolled, and receive more information about them, which I'll show you. I'll scroll over just so you can see the other information in this table. Within this table, I'm also able to click on any column, any of these arrows, and ask SLED to remove, or I can toggle to say I only want to show student USI. I don't need their first name, last name. And as I'm doing so, the table view shifts and either adds or deletes those columns. I can sort information per column, ascending or descending. So now I'm going to click on this sample report here for this student. And this is a sample English Language Arts and Literacy report for student Scott Test Taker. And this report shows his performance level and also score. The LEA can go down and see his reading performance level and his writing performance. And there's other information here just to help you navigate and be able to use this information to educate this particular student. So that's available for you. I'm going to also do a drill down. So I'm going to click on this USI. This takes me to the student's detailed student information page, where I can see information about their enrollment, if they had an IEP in place, also information about their direct certification. Here I'm going to click on assessments. And for assessments, this tab takes me to see the student's next generation assessments listed here. So I could go here instead of going to that, under programs and navigating that way. I can see historical DC CAS assessment scores for the student and their proficiency level and also their scale scores. So that information is there. And if a student also took advanced placement assessments, the PSAT, SAT, ACT, or the WIDA, that information would be listed here for the student as well. So there's a lot of information in SLED. I want to go back to the programs, Next Generation Assessments roster, and just demonstrate how you can also export this information to Excel or PDF for that matter. So anytime that you're in a table in SLED and you see these icons here, that means this table, you can export this information in the table to Excel. So I'm going to click on this icon and I'm going to click Save, Open, and this brings up the school Next Generation Assessment roster for me in Excel. So it's the same information that's in the table, but it just helps me see, this gives me a better way to manipulate the data. Maybe I only want to see information for particular students, so this way I'm able to manipulate it and play around with it. So that's available here. Okay, so that's how to navigate and find your PARCC results. Again, you go under Programs, click on Next Generation Assessments roster, and the information is displayed there for you in the roster table for your students. Because we're uploading a PDF of this particular PowerPoint presentation, we also decided to include just a sample view of a roster, as well as a sample student score report, and just another reminder how to get to Excel, export to Excel. If you have questions around how to navigate SLED in order to find the next generation assessments, please download the Next Generation Assessment Navigation Guides. You can also download SLED navigation guides if you have questions about SLED navigation in general. If you have questions about PARCC, please go to osce.dc.gov/PARCC. And if you already have access to SLED and need assistance with your username and password, please send an email to sled.info@dc.gov for technical support. And if you have any other additional questions regarding this topic, please send an email to osce.leadata@dc.gov so that we can assist you with accessing your assessment reports. Thank you so much for downloading this webinar, and we hope that you find this access to assessments useful for educating students in the District of Columbia. Thank you.